Hello class. This is the last concept in the chapter number 9 depository system, that is depositories in India. We are going to see the concept of depositories when the Depository Act was passed by the government of India in the year 1996 and the various constituents of the Depositories Act and all. Okay. So starting with this depositories in India, the Depository Act of 1996 paved the way for the establishment of depositories in India. So when the government of India have passed the Depositories Act 1996, that has opened the doors for the electronic system of trading the securities in India, and at the same time it has opened the doors for the establishment of depositories in India, because that is very important element that need to be there with the capital market structure in India that was there. So unless and until you do the we can say unless and until reformation of all these institutions are there, we cannot go to the international market. Indian companies cannot go to the international market to raise the funds for the various business purposes, whereas the other countries, the developed countries, they have the depository system. Accordingly they are listing the shares in the various stock exchanges of the world, and accordingly they are raising the capital. So they have the better advantage over the Indian companies in terms of the capital that they are having, in terms of the transaction they can do, and in terms of the market they can easily able to have. So in the year 1996 when the Depository Act was passed, that has opened the doors for the establishment of depositories in India. There are two depositories which came into existence in India after the 1996. The first one is an NSDL, that is the National Security Depository Limited. That is the first depository that have been established under this act, and the second one is a CDSL, that is Central Depository Services Limited. So let us see the first one, that is NSDL. It is the first and the largest depository in India, established in the November 1996. So the first depository that was established was NSDL, and it is one of the largest depository in India. Still, it is one of the largest depository in India that was established in the year 1996. Uh, then it is promoted by the IDBI, Industrial Development Bank of India, Unit Trust of India, and the National Stock Exchange. The depository was promoted, the depository was constituted these three bodies, that is IDBI, Unit Trust of India UTI, and the National Stock Exchange, that is NSE. NSDL has its headquarter in Mumbai. So NSDL का headquarter it is in Mumbai. NSDL is a public limited company registered under the Companies Act. NSDL is a public limited company which has been registered under the Indian Companies Act 1956, during that time when the NSDL has been incorporated. NSDL provide various services to the investors and others player in the capital market. Okay, so NSDL have the better services for the investor as well as for the other institutions, so as to have the better services with terms like they provide the services like in the capital market, like stock exchanges, they can list the shares, they can provide the services to the banks, they can also provide the services to the issuer, that is the company who issues the securities, they can act as a clearing member, and many other services has been provided by the NSDL. It renders services like account maintenance. NSDL maintain the account of the investor, dematerialization and rematerialization. Dematerialization means physical share certificate converted into an electronic form, and rematerialization means electronic form of shares converted into the physical form. So it provides the services of both dematerialization as well as rematerialization. Then settlement of trades through market transfer and off market transfer. So settlement of trade can be taken place off market and through the market. Then nomination, person can nominate, he have the power to find a legal nominee, and accordingly the shares can be transferred. Then transmission of share, that this could be done by the NSDL. distribution of non-cash corporate actions. So this could be also be there. Dividend distribution, facility of freezing or locking of investors account. So they have the facility to lock the investors account of freeze for a certain period of time, so that the investor can have an appropriate time to take the decision related to the investors grievances. If the investors have certain problem, they can go to the depository, they can have the grievances sorted out related to the issuer and all. Okay, then the second depository that was established after NSDL, that was CDSL, that is Central Depository Services Limited. CDSL began its operation in the February 1999. So in the year 1999, in month of February, the CDSL has been incorporated and they began their operations. It was promoted by the Bombay Stock Exchange jointly with several banks. So CDSL has been promoted by the Bombay Stock Exchange and with various other several banks that was there. It has its headquarters in Mumbai. Again, the CDSL has its headquarters in Mumbai. CDSL has a wide DP network. DP means depository participant. So CDSL has largest number of depository participant network and offer the demat services similar to NSDL across the country. So they also provide the similar functions, similar facilities as that of NSDL. CDSL is also doing the same thing as, and they provide the various services to their clients, to their customers, and to the various people related to the capital market. Both these institutions have played a tremendous role in success of depository system in India. So depository system under the Depository Act that was formed, one NSDL was formed in the year 1996 and CDSL was formed in the year 1999, and both these institutions have their headquarters in Mumbai. They provide the various services to the clients, to the customers, and to the securities market in India, and to the issuer company, and to the investors, and we can say lots of benefit has been passed on from both these institutions to the various stakeholders of this company. So we can say after the NSDL and CDSL came into the picture, the Indian company have a better advantage. The Indian company have better services with related to the customers and clients, and now they can also be in a position to list their shares into the international stock exchanges, and they can also be in a position to raise the capital. So after the economic reform that was done in the year 1992, economic reforms, this system was necessary. And after the economic reforms, after having the we can say depository system in the year 1996 and the year 1999, from the era of 2000, when the 2000 begins, that time the Indian companies have large amount of investors, not only from the Indian market but also from the international market, who have played a major role in the contribution and capitalization and mobilization of funds from one source to the another, and the companies can use it in a proper manner and they can have a better advantage for it. So these are the two things that was there. And depositories in India, this is a two depositories which was found. The next thing that you can see, there is a distinction between the given year. The first one we can say dematerialization and rematerialization. This distinguish between is very important because this could be there in an exam, in a board exam, and also in a college exam as well. And the next part is a summary given, a short summary is given related to the chapter. If you go through the summary, you can easily able to recall all the concepts that I have taught you during my lecture, and you can correlate it with each and every concepts that I have taught. So here we have completed our chapter. I hope that you all have understood the concept with each and every thing that I have taught you. Okay, thank you.